another day made for loving you.
So, as y'all know, I love all firearms. I don't discriminate. I am not a bigot against gun brands. You know, I like them from the cheapest to the most expensive. So, what I'm going to do in this video is, and the ones to follow, I'm going to give you guys a rundown ranking the brands in each, the brands and what I give them as far as how I see them. You know, as far as quality, reliability, and all the other stuff, right? I've owned quite a few pistols in different brands, almost all brands, and I've shot a lot of other brands as well too, and a family that got certain brands, so I'm familiar with every brand of firearm out there, damn near. So I want to give kind of like the new shooters probably like an idea on, you know, different brands. I was gonna try to break them down as far as, you know, when it comes to price range, but you got some gun makers are known for being, you know, high tier or up there when it comes like the Mercedes-Benz of guns. But what I'll do is I'll just name whatever brand and I'll just have it as far as, okay, well, we know what they're known for, even though they have budget guns, but we're gonna put them in the bracket that they're known for. Just put it like that. But we're gonna start with the what you would call bottom of the barrel gun brands, the lower tier gun brands. Oh, that would be like Hipoint, Jimenez, COBRA Arms, Phoenix Arms. We already know Jimenez Arms. Man, I don't know what's going on with Jimenez. I know at one point they were closed. I believe that they went out of business and then they opened it back up as just JA Arms. That's what I heard. I heard it was going to be JA Arms, because Jimenez pistols were originally the Jennings. If you guys remember the Jennings pistols, which are one of the Saturday night special brands. You know, you had a whole bunch of Saturday night special brands that were related to the current Jimenez, with the owner Paul Jimenez. But you had Davis Arms, Brico, Sundance, Jennings. I think it was a few other ones, man. COBRA, I think was a little. I'm not sure if COBRA was really related with them, but I think loosely. But for sure, it was Davis, Brico, Jennings, Jimenez, Sundance Arms. There was a few other ones I'm leaving out. I don't remember all of them, but it was the Ring of Fire companies, man, and almost all of them were started by Paul Jimenez, and I think as a Jennings, somebody named Jennings had something to do with it as well. I forgot the backstory, but Phoenix Arms was also one of them. But Phoenix Arms is interesting because they weren't always called Phoenix Arms. The reason they're called Phoenix Arms now is because they rose from the ashes, so to speak. That's why it's called, you know how the Phoenix rises from its ruins? That's why they're called Phoenix Arms, because they were out of business and they came back as a Phoenix Arms. There's a lot when it comes to that stuff, man. But there's only a handful of bottom of the barrel, lower tier gun manufacturers, and it's Hipoint, Jimenez. I don't even want to call it Jimenez because I'm not even sure if they're still in business as of right now. So it's really just Hipoint, COBRA Arms, and Phoenix, man. Those are really the only ones. So when it comes to those three, the one with the highest ranking will be Hipoint. Now I know Hipoint, people really talk crap about Hipoint. They're garbage. They jam-o-matics. They're made out of cheap pot metal Zamic steel, which is true. They are made out of inferior metals, but you can't deny that Hipoints are tough as hell. There's torture videos all over YouTube. You can go watch it yourself, and it shows you how tough they are. Like Iraq veteran 8888, shout out to him. Him and Barry, rest in peace, Barry. they made a good hipoint C9 torture video, and that gun kept going, bro. I mean, it was hard to break that gun, man. It's funny because it's made out of what we would call pot metal, Zamak steel, and I think it was still running. It was hard to destroy it, man. I was impressed. But high points, I used to own a C9. I'm gonna put one back on the list pretty soon. I used to have a C9. It never gave me any problems. When I first bought it, it did jam a little bit, but it smoothed out after like 2-3 magazines, man. Not a whole box, not 200 rounds like car pistols. It smoothed out. You know, generally speaking, it smoothed out after like 2-3 magazines, and that would be like what, 25 rounds. But high point, they make really good. Their rifles are good. The 9mm, the 40 caliber rifle, the 45, and I think they have a 10mm version too. And High Point just came out with his own 10mm pistol, which is pretty dope. They haven't really been that innovative lately. You know, they have an outdated design. They don't really come out with brand new, different different styling of guns. They all look the same. And I believe High Point, there was a company I believe called Stallard Arms. That was, I believe, the first carnation of the High Point pistols. Look up Stallard Arms. As you can see here, that's a Stallard Arms pistol. It looks just like the High Point pistol. So High Point definitely is the number one out of the bottom of the barrel gun makers. Second would be, I would say, I would have to give it to Phoenix Arms. Because Phoenix Arms only make one pistol, the HP. They don't make any other pistols. So there's no room for them to have really a bunch of unreliable guns because they don't make different models. They only make one model, and that's the HP 25 and the HP 22. People that I know that have owned those, I never owned the Phoenix Arms, but people I know that have owned them said that they're pretty solid. They are also made out of what we would call a cheaper metal, but I heard they're pretty reliable. They have some long barrel versions of the 22, like a conversion kit, 10 round magazines for a 22 pistol. That's pretty good for the size of it. I think a 10 round magazine, a 25 caliber too. I think the Phoenix Arms 25 is the only 25 caliber pistol that holds more than 6 rounds. I think that's probably the only one you can find like that. Rather current production or past production. Okay, so I would give Phoenix Arms the second place out of the bottom of the barrel lower tier gun manufacturers. Now the one that's on the very bottom, I would have to say is COBRA Arms. I would have to give them, out of all three, would be COBRA. COBRA, they made some real spotty pistols back in the days. They had the COBRA Patriot pistol, which was kind of modeled after the Kel-Tec P11 a little bit. I think that was in 45 too. I think it was in 45 and 9mm, I think. I'll be honest with y'all, I would love to get my hands on one of those just to see how it functioned. All right, but they currently still make guns. They don't make the Patriot anymore. They make a lot of little Derringer guns, like the little 2-barrel flip-up guns, the 22, the 22 Magnum. They have some in 380, 38, and I think they might have a few in 9mm. I guess to compete with the Bond Arms pistols. They used to make FS 380s. It was all steel. They used to make the CA 380s. A lot of people that I know have lots of issues with those, especially the magazines. It's just like with the High Point. The High Point's weak point are the magazines, and a lot of people said the COBRA Arms, the weak points are the magazines a lot. And they don't make those anymore. They used to come in a lot of gimmicky colors like blue, red. I seen like an orange looking one before. The CA was kind of smaller. It looked kind of like a unborn version of a PPK almost. It kind of looked like a premature born PPK, so to speak. But if I had the chance, I would get me one of those too and grab them up. I have to find them on the used market because they don't make them anymore. But just curious, just because some people say, that they had problems with them, don't mean everybody did. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of COBRA pistols that run really good, and I am looking for an FS. If I can find one at a gun show next time I go, I'll be lucky. But the only place you really can find these kind of guns like that, you get lucky maybe at a gun at a pawn shop, maybe. You don't even see those at pawn shops anymore. Your best bet is to go to like Guns America or Gun Broker and find one up there, But that is the video for the my ranking of the bottom of the barrel, aka low tier gun manufacturers. Stay tuned for the next one where we're gonna talk about the budget tier pistols. Running from $200 to $300 normally. We're gonna talk about those brands, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching Rebel Shooter. Hope you found this information useful. I'll catch you guys later on the next one.